Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of DC's Legends of Tomorrow on the CW, which was episode 3 of season 3 called Zari. So, apologize for lateness on this one, but, again, with work and trying to juggle other shows too, as well as, things I'm watching on Netflix, it's, hard to get it on time every week. But Legends of Tomorrow is definitely one I want to keep trying to review each episode as much as I can, as soon as I can. Zari. I like this episode quite a bit, actually. I don't know if I liked it quite as much as the whole circus thing or Freakshow thing last week. But I actually thought it succeeded with the introduction of the Zari character. Excuse me while I get the actress's name real quick. I just want to make sure I have it right so I can be respectful instead of boring you by talking about nothing. Tala Ashe. She plays Zari. She's a Muslim American computer hacker from the year 2042 who lives a double life with powers from a mystical source. And what we find out is that she and Amaya, with their totems and artifacts, are actually linked in some way. We don't really know the full details of it, but we do know that Zari is actually being pursued by Kuesa. I'm probably butchering her name, but the actress I talked about from last week that I know from the original season 3 and everything. They don't really want her around, especially her wielding what she has around her neck. So, I heard about the casting for her, some months ago. And I remember when she was announced, or when the character was announced to be joining the cast for season 3, people were kind of in a weird, I don't want to say uproar, but a weird sort of, some people had a weird gripe with it for some reason. They say it was to fill some sort of like a racial quota on the show. I don't really think it was all about that. I think people kind of jump the gun to take that thing as much as they can nowadays. There was hardly a mention of her religion and race and everything like that. It was only in a quick part of the conversation when they were speaking to the outlaw of different religions and just different ways people are in 2042, because Argus is apparently turned into a pretty bad organization. It's no longer run so smoothly by Diggle's wife and everything. But I thought that reality was fine, and I actually thought, Tala Ashe actually did a pretty decent job. Some people were also worried that she's just going to be like a Legends of Tomorrow version of Felicity. Luckily, no, she's not that. She's actually relevant to the plot for this season, and she seems like she'll actually be helping to move the story along, too. And I already find her more believable than Felicity, honestly. It feels like she has purpose. It feels like I said, she's believable in the role, that she could actually survive this long, whereas Felicity is just there because of romantic plot armor. But yeah, I like her. I think she's an alright fit for the team, at least for the season. Of course, they're also pursued by Sharp, as well as the Time Bureau. I liked how they were able to evade him this time. I did like Sharp and Sarah's interactions last week. That's probably why I still like last week's episode better. But I thought the scenes with Kuesa were pretty good. I think she's a decent sort of supporting antagonist. I know there's a bigger threat to come. And as far as her and Sarah's fight scene, I know I mentioned this last week during Sarah's fight with Sharp. It is odd how it seems like every female threat that comes up is able to be a pretty good match for Sarah. And that still does seem odd for me, just because Sarah's supposed to be so well trained. She dedicated her life to learning how to move the way she does and everything. But I get it's a different form of training that Kuesa probably went through, and Sarah's probably thrown off by it a little. But and I get there won't be much story or threat. Sarah could just defeat anyone right away. But it still feels a little bit weird to me. Next week's episode looks like it's going to be fun, though, with seeing this child version of Ray, which should be fun. There's also Nate, trying to go on that vision quest with Amaya in this episode. That was pretty funny. So he was walking around, and I thought, let me just, for some reason I'm forgetting names. Yeah, I thought Nick Zana was pretty entertaining when he was doing that. The marshmallows are talking and everything like that. There's funnier lines, but... And as well as Vixen, again, she's becoming one of my favorite characters on the show, actually. Of course, Sarah definitely being the first, but after that, it's probably like, Heat Wave, and... I don't know, it's hard to say. But yeah, I do really like Macy Richardson-Sellers' place on this show. And I thought sort of her, again, relevance and sort of way she was able to put a stop, at least temporarily, to Kuesa was pretty good. I wonder where Rip is, because Sharp promised the next time she tracks him down, she's gonna put him away, basically, in their form of what they do. So I wonder if he's actually locked up by them or something, or if he's trying to go on this alternate route again to try and help them in a couple episodes. We'll see. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a pretty good episode. There's not much more I can think of to say about it. Well, there was the prison break joke when they went to, supposedly get, Zari's brother, but turned out just to get the artifact, and it seemed like Mick sort of admired her, for the way she went about that. He also thought her rap sheet was impressive. But yeah, so not as good as last week's episode, but I'm still going to give it about an 8.5 out of 10. I did enjoy it, and let me know if there's anything else about the episode you want to talk about. Feel free to. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.